Welcome to the Tabloid Times podcast. We're doing episode 4 and this is a talk time segment, empowering ideas. It's all great. I'm a special host today. I'm very special. My parents have been telling me that for years. My name is Henry Kissinger Jr. That was the name my parents have forced upon me. Of course, the Q is silent, but I prefer to be called Kong Skull Island. Now, we have an amazing round table with us today, and we're going to start by going around and introducing our names. And we're going to start with Mike the Pike.
I'd like to let you know, as a person with an IQ as 400 times that of Einstein, a pike is actually a type of fish, and that's not my name. I have a very high intellect. I'm probably smarter than 99.9% of the population, and it will be hard for you guys to keep up with me when we're talking here, so just keep that in mind.
Next, we have a special little snowflake named Charlie Connor.
Sorry, told you this before we started, but I insist on being called Charles. And I wish you wouldn't call me Charlie.
Okay, I'll respect that. Now, we have from New York City, Joe Mayonnaise.
No, I think it's just Mayo.
Yeah, my name's Joe Mayo.
Don't know what you're doing there.
But just a little bit about myself. I know you two didn't introduce each other, but I'll take the liberty of introducing myself. My name's Joe Mayo. I have a master's degree from somewhere. More like some hair.
Mayonnaise or Mayo?
My name is just Joe Mayo.
Irritatingly unclear about that.
My name is Joe Mayo. I'll say it again. My name is Joe Mayo. I come from New York. I have a master's degree from someplace. I also used to be a minor league lacrosse player. Okay,
You're also a minor league in the brain department.
Thank you for these wonderful questions. Now, we all know that we're all very, very special. So, I want to hear what's something that makes you shine like a rainbow. Mike, you are first.
I'd like to let you know that if the aliens landed, I'd be the first one they call, since I am probably the smartest person on Earth. If you might not have noticed it, but these guys can't keep up with my extreme intellect. I have an IQ of 4 times that of Einstein. And that's 240 degrees right there.
What makes you special? Charlie!
Please. It's Charles. It's Charles. I don't really see any unique qualities in myself. I just don't really think I'm that special, and I think I'm honestly a waste of space.
At least someone agrees with me here.
I don't believe that I am a complete waste of space. First of all, my name's Joe Mayo.
I think you are.
Did we invite you to this? Well, did our good friend here invite you to this round table to hear your opinion?
Yes.
I don't think so.
Yes.
What was I saying?
You idiot.
Oh, I'm special, right. I had a birthday party this year. I think that qualifies. More like a birthday fart-y.
Do you have a hearing problem? He said party.
I know. Look it up in the records.
How stupid can you
I'm
get?
just a very good joke teller, so...
That wasn't funny.
So I just sort of made it a joke.
Well, as having multiple PhDs in the art of humor...
More like the fart of humor.
How asinine can you get?
What?
It was a great use.
I don't get it.
Anyway, continue.
Well, as an expert in that very great subject of humor, I'd like to say that that was truly a masterpiece of stupidity.
Thank you. Someone of your intellect should be able to recognize.
Yeah, I have the best intellect, not you.
Actually, we're all equal and special in our own ways.
I'm special in that I have the strongest intellect. Just to let
Are you saying
everyone
that
know.
since everybody's special, no one's special, we're all the same, you communist? I'm not saying that.
What's with this guy's voice?
I'm just... Okay, I will conform to your standards. Just if you want me to talk more normally.
Shut up!
Where is all this hatred coming from? I just want people to love me.
As Einstein once said, hatred comes from fools, and as being much smarter than Einstein, I like to let everyone know that I would say that 5 years before Einstein would have even thought of it.
I'm not... Okay, just a quick thing to add to the conversation here. You don't have to take my suggestion, although you kind of do. Remember, this is, what's it called? You're supposed to be asking us questions. We're,
right, I'm the host. So,
let us start talking about, if you were on an awesome football team, would you want to change your helmet to be rainbow gradient? Yeah, football is a dangerous sport, and we're seeing more studies about that. But one sport that is also
Sports are for mindless, complete fools. It's a fool's paradise. That's what I'm going to tell you. The only people who don't have time to occupy with brains to sending rockets to, like, Jupiter.
I agree that sports are terrible because they make winners and losers. They make people feel bad. Well, you know, in soccer, there are lots of 0-0 ties. Soccer would be your sport. So, I'd like to say, so if you were a football team, would you... First of all, one person cannot be a football team. Sports are a team thing. There is no one-man show.
No one should play sports.
Sports encourage people to work together, and they
Sports
make people
promote
be
violence
better
and
people.
mindless drudgery.
Guys, you build character when you're out on the field.
When you're out on the field, you're not making Jupiters to rockets in, like, space.
When you play sports, it doesn't matter whether you win or lose, but whether you had fun. Agree or disagree? So, did you guys,
I have the expert plan for exactly what we're going to do in Syria. Expert. I outsmarted everyone, George W. Bush, Obama, you know, everyone, like, the general, Trump, you got this, I'm gonna, do Syria, I have the perfect plan how we're gonna end all of the problems.
Can you give us, obviously, we are behind you intellectually, or so you tell us, but being Joe Mayo, I want to know what this plan is made of. More like, so you smell us.
That's not what he said. Why do you keep doing this? It doesn't make any sense.
people
But
love me.
as I said, as Joe Mayo, I want to figure out what's this plan going to be. How are we going to fix Syria?
Well, I got
Joe Mayo
multiple
needs to know.
PhDs from MIT, and I'd like to say that you guys are all just lacking the intellect to keep up with my plans. I mean, as I said, this is an MIT education right here. I mean, I practically spent $5 whole on the vending machine there, and I just have to say, I know exactly what's going on in Syria, and I know exactly how I'm going to stop it. And that's all I need to say for you to believe me. And the only reason you should believe me is because I'm smarter than you, and you're dumber than me.
Excuse me, Mike, but I am one of the editors of the Tabloid Times, and, our viewer base is extremely intellectual. So, I think they could take whatever your plan is.
My children went to fight in Syria.
How'd that turn out, Charlie?
Charles, please.
What side did they fight for? Did they take a stand?
I don't really know. I don't
They
really
better
follow-
not have fought for ISIS. They better have
I
been
don't-
red-blooded Americans
I was
and
talking-
defended the U.S. of A.
I was talking.
But anyway,
Everyone deserves their turn!
I don't really follow the war. So I really couldn't tell
You won't have
which-
to follow the war once I'm through with them.
Excuse me.
More like excuse you for your vastly lower intellect than mine.
So, guys,
I'm
You're
gonna
a menace
send you
to
to
society.
Syria.
You're a menace to society.
if you could go on a dream vacation, where would you want to go?
Shut up and die.
That was rude! More like crude!
What?
Don't you get it?
No, you said rude and then you said crude.
Don't you get it? It's humor! It's a joke! Do you know what a joke is?
I don't get it.
I know all of your intellects are a joke since I have 365 times the IQ of Einstein. That gives me more processing power than all of the world combined.
so when I was running on the treadmill and eating my mix of sour cream and mayonnaise and watching reruns of The Bachelorette and The Bachelor at the same time, see, I had my iPad and the TV in sync. But while I was doing that, a thought came to me. What if we got rid of all of the walls inside of houses except the exterior ones, and then put curtains everywhere so that you could shape your house however you wanted to?
Well, as a person with a PhD
I think society needs
in-
to be non-conforming to things like houses!
as someone with a PhD in architecture, I'd like to say that I came up with that idea first, long before you did, except for instead of curtains, it's walls.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I think
My leg.
if it was...
Is your leg okay, Charlie?
In the Burmese, they took my leg right here in the podcast.
Isn't it called Myanmar
They
now?
took my leg.
Well, as the smartest person here, I can suggest a fix for that.
Oh
let
my
me put some
God.
pressure on it to stop the bleeding.
We need to give him some confidence therapy! Hey,
This-
you want to go to the hospital?
We gotta put more pressure on it.
Well, as I said earlier, I
You're doing
can
severe
suggest a
damage.
solution for this.
More pressure, guys! Turn up the air pressure in this room.
feel either of my legs. They took my leg.
Just like they took your marriage.
What?
So, it seems like they're kind of pulling your leg!
No. Idiot.
I'm Joe Mayo here, and I approve of CPR.
Now, I think we've had a great
Broken
intellectual
my ribs.
discussion.
Thanks to me, I provided all the intellect needed.
Now, I think it's time for us to
Oh.
wrap up! Just like a rapper. Just like that nice young gentleman, Kanye West. Or maybe we're candy bar rappers. Heh, heh, heh. Funny. Ha! Humor.
My spine.
I gotta keep going. I've done CPR and put pressure on it.
Blood.
Let's start breaking this jaw to realize
Learning CPR is a distraction.
this conversation has to end now. We've had the best discussion ever, and we're gonna have it again real soon. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. I'm Joe Mayo, and you're watching